Welcome to Tropes and Traumas, where books hurt us.
And we love it anyways. Welcome back, you guys. I am so excited because today we are going to be talking about,
Where the Library Hides by Isabel Ibanez.
yes, and you guys, this book was so good.
So good that I had to read it twice.
No, you read it twice?
Yes, ma'am.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, guys, the drama, the tea.
Plot twist mania.
What do you
Mania.
mean? You guys,
Like, I just.
we had a visceral reaction to multiple points in this book. Like, let's get into it.
Where do you even start with this?
We're gonna start
Because,
at the beginning.
uh, I
Did you
guess.
think she was gonna marry him?
Yes.
I was half in the I don't know because at one point she was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And I was like, girl, it's probably not a good idea.
I knew it was a bad idea. But that's why she had to marry him. Like, she had to. She's been making mistakes the whole first book. Mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. But it was fantastic. Like, she did it for the plot. Like, that's literally what was happening.
You know what though? Because she made this comment like right before they were gonna get married, because I think Wit was like, "Are you sure?" Which wild for someone taking advantage of her, but okay. Then she's sitting there and she's like, "I have no choice. It's either go home where I'm with my aunt, my cousin's still dead, and I don't get to
Mhm.
find my mom in Egypt, and I need to get revenge." And
Right.
and then it ended up turning in from revenge into saving people. And we haven't even gotten there.
So, being that I did read the book twice,
Okay.
Wit was not planning to marry her the way he did at all.
Yeah.
Now, when you first read the book, it's like you villainize Wit so easily because how could you do this to her? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But if you remember the part where he's talking to his
Yeah.
brother's the reason why he had to do it like right now. There was no time for him to even think of a way to convince her about what needed to be done. I kept telling myself, I'm like, why didn't he just ask her for the money? She would have
Hmm.
came up with something.
Hmm.
Sure, she probably wouldn't have given him all of the money, but they would have came up with something. She's the queen of ideas. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I really did feel kind of bad for Wit the second time around reading the book because I'm like, he was planning on taking at least a year to
To
being
find an
married to
answer.
her to figure out a way to do this without hurting her and actually still being able to help his family. Like this, what he did was not his original plan.
That doesn't make it right.
It doesn't, no, but I do feel bad for the situation being what it was because it's like he really needed to help his sister. And I completely understand that because if my sister was about to get married to some 80-year-old guy, I would have some qualms. Like, I'm not letting that happen to my sister. If there's any way I can figure out how to fix this, I will do it. But
I don't know.
he's still an asshole.
I get what you're saying, and I get if he was in the predicament, but I didn't like that he did something awful and he planned on it. I mean, he sent that letter to Porter. He knew what he was going to do initially.
Right. The whole she fell for it thing definitely doesn't
Was
do him any favors.
right. So, I mean, I guess he's trying to show his Porter that he doesn't care about her. I don't know
Mhm.
why that's significant to him to not show his brother that he actually cares for the woman he's about to marry. I don't know. Like you said, Inez is the queen. She would have been like, "What? They're gonna marry her off? We have to figure this out right now." I feel like he did not give her an inch on anything because even after the fact, he doesn't even apologize once. And like he's like, I'm not gonna apologize for saving my sister. Okay, you don't have to apologize for saving your sister, but you could apologize to me for using me because that's what you did. Like no matter what, if
Right.
Inez did not have the money, he would have never married her.
Right.
So I mean, yes, he did love her. He says that at the end, but I don't know. Let's move on though, because
We could go all the way on for this.
oh,
Okay.
oh my God.
Dude, that trip to the bank, I would have crashed out.
I'm surprised she did. Like,
What
she
do
held it together
you
too
mean?
well.
What do you mean all my money is gone? What do you mean it's in an account in London? What do you mean? But of course she's not even really allowed to crash out because then she'd be seen as hysterical and she would have got dragged out the bank.
Very true. I thought most of her money was already gone from her uncle.
I don't know why I keep taking the side of these dudes. Like I I never thought that her uncle was really that bad of a guy. Like he was just I don't know.
Careless with her emotions. He never showed he cared about her until he was in
Look at
prison.
you.
He did not. He didn't even show he liked her.
Like you're not wrong. Like I'm not gonna argue. Like you're right. But also, anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Isabel.
right.
What the right, guys, I had a
Sister?
visceral
That's her
crash out.
sister? What do you mean?
I had a
I
visceral crash
knew
out.
I did know from the first book though that she was gonna be a more important character. Like there had to be something more to her. But her being her sister
And
on
she
what
knew.
planet? She knew for a
She knew
little
the whole
while, but
time.
right. Well, yeah, when she met her,
Growing
yeah,
up, she said growing up, her mom would talk about her and be like, that's your sister. So she knew she had a
right,
sister.
right. She just didn't know who it was until
Oh,
um Inez had came to the island, and then her dad was like, "Hey, so remember how your mom said you had a sister? That's kind of her right over there."
that's wild.
Yeah.
I had a visceral crash out. I was like, the way that they explained it, that the mom being, spends most of her time in Argentina and then back here, and then they switch, and I was like, what does that mean? What does that
Yo, her
mean?
mom was on some. She was every messy beyond belief, this woman. Oh my god. So she was spending time in Argentina every once in a blue to go see her actual daughter, and then would be in Egypt, but then didn't like being in Egypt all the time because her husband was just all about the digging, and she's like the digging's cool or whatever, but like I'd like to do other things.
Hmm.
So now she's flying off with some other guy and ending up in London, ending up in Alexandria, like all over the place. This lady,
She had so many houses. What the fuck? She had like four places
she
she
had a
lived.
whole triple. She was living like a triple life in my eyes. She kept saying double life, but it was like a triple life to me. I'm stressed out living the one life I have. Like, what are you? How are you doing this, ma'am? I don't get it. I don't get it. But
Girl,
she did it. She's making money doing it. She's got two kids out of the situation.
it was like
Okay.
four lives because she was the person she was to Inez, and then to Isabel, and then to her husband, and then to her other husband,
Oh, that's
Inez's
crazy.
dad.
Right. That's
Yeah,
all he
yeah.
gets. Anyways, because who else is he? The mustache coming off?
It was bald cap coming off. I didn't know he was bald
The
the whole
bald cap.
time.
The way they described the peeling
Girl,
was done. I'm sorry. This book was too good for its own good, and I'm mad that it's over. I'm mad that it's over. I needed more. I
it
want
was,
more.
it's so good, you guys. It was plot twist galore. Like, cannot believe, did not see that one coming. Um, her father being the gray guy who keeps fucking bombarding her, who's sick, by the way, who's
What's
sick
his
and
name? I don't know why
possibly
I'm not
dying.
remembering his name.
I don't know, it's something gray, I think.
No.
Graves?
No, Graves is hired hand.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sterling.
Sterling, yes.
He has been her dad from the beginning, from the first book. This is the man that called her hysterical on the train, stole the ring that he sent to her in the first place as a whole. Like everything was a plot. He sent the ring to her on purpose because he wanted to make sure she came to Egypt. Then make sure she feels the need to stay in Egypt by taking the ring, sending her on this whole thing like, I need my ring back. He's been the guy in charge of the market, the underground market, for all the stuff, which we find out her mom's not even really like part of. She's using it, yes, to sell all of Cleopatra's stuff because where else would she sell all that? This man has been making her life living hell. Neither of her parents is who she thought they were.
You guys, he orchestrated the whole first part of the book until she went on the Elephantine. And then her mom orchestrated her stealing all the artifacts, left her there. Then she comes back to Egypt and he's watching her, stalking her, knowing everything she's doing. He knew she went to the market. She found the same vendor he did, and she found the same trinket. And he then
All of that
watched
was a
her. This
plot.
the whole plot. It was all a plot, bro. The whole thing
And
was orchestrated.
he's
The
been
only
following her with the ring. Like he's been using the ring to be able to find Inez the whole entire time.
And you know what? Had she listened to anyone and went home, what would have happened? Because I don't think she would have been able to get home. I think he would have intercepted.
He would have made sure she came back or stayed.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because he
There
needed
was
her.
no
Because, by the way, guys, since the mom had a double life, he doesn't think that she's his kid. And he
right.
needs to
That's a
pull,
whole nother thing.
and he needs to pull out the mom because they're both trying to find this get rich scheme. Wait, why did he even go down there? Did he want that sheet? Was he looking for that parchment? Or was he looking for
I
the
don't think
mother
he
because she
even
had the
knew.
mommy? Like, I think he knew what it was. I don't think he knew the mom was looking for it. Because he
Hmm.
said he just wanted to find the mom so he can
Right.
make her
That was his
pay
end. Right. That was the end goal. He
for
didn't even
him
care. It was just an extra bonus that if you
that they
found
found.
her, he would find the sheet. And now he's got her and access to something that can cause him to be even richer than he already is.
And you guys, the greed that this man had. They were
So,
beyond rich.
dude,
Both of
because,
them.
right. Because when they mention Inez's inheritance, they're like, oh, she could buy an entire kingdom just with the inheritance. This is not including the money that is still coming in from Tradesman's Gate.
So much money, guys. Oh, can we talk about when she and the girls all got together and they were finding out where Tradesman Gate was?
Isabel got them lost on purpose, tried to get them killed on purpose.
It's wild to think about that now.
Isabel is a murderous bitch, a hateful, murderous bitch.
I just don't understand. If she wanted to kill her, she had so many chances.
I don't even know because she did try to get her killed just in that moment when they were trying to find the tradesman's gate. But why kill her? Like that's so unnecessary. Like,
I
the
don't think it,
jealousy was deep.
I was gonna say, I don't think she really wanted to kill her in the beginning.
She was just
She,
trying to see if she could figure out a way to get her to convince herself to leave. She's
that,
like, if I can
yeah,
get, she really was hoping Inez was gonna figure out that she just needs to go home. She's like, you can just go home and go regroup, you know?
yeah.
Like, you don't have to stay here.
You guys, it's mind-boggling to think back at everything, knowing what I know now, and to be like, God, everyone was manipulating her. Do you remember
Every single
too?
person.
Isabel was like, we can't trust Farida because she's new. I don't know her. I'm not gonna trust her. She trusts
Right.
you.
Right. Ugh,
And the whole time Wit was right the whole time. And I was like,
the whole time.
and the fact that the uncle, Abdullah, both got arrested, and then to be told by Farida that he tortures people? Monsieur Maspero. But I honestly, you wanna know what I thought? When they were at Tradesman's Gate and she bidded on the thing and then they asked her to come back to meet like the owner
Hmm.
or whatever, I thought it was Monsieur Maspero.
Right. Same.
Okay. Because I was
Yeah.
like, it has to be. Because this motherfucker is torturing people, so he's obviously not good. He gives slack to people who send out the treasures, which is really stupid because
Because
he's
he's
trying to
getting a
stop it.
payoff.
Right,
He's getting paid off.
right. So I thought maybe he was in charge of Tradesman's Gate, which could explain why he's acting how he's acting, trying to pin it on the uncle and Abdullah, just to find
Right.
out it was Sterling. I can't. My
And then
mind's
Sterling isn't
exploding
even
right now.
Sterling. Sterling doesn't exist. Sterling's not even a real person, you guys. Inez's dad has been playing as Sterling for years. Also, something else I noticed having read through it twice. Wit, when he went to go to Sterling's hideout in Alexandria, had noticed that there were multiple magic touched items in his room,
Mm-hmm.
including the mustaches. And there's even a line that tripped me out reading it the second time was that he was like he felt like he had saw something and missed its importance completely.
I read that, but I didn't understand it. Yeah.
He was talking about the mustaches,
Wow.
which makes me think who else is this guy playing as? Because if it's multiple mustaches, he has to have more than one identity. This guy is like a master of disguise.
That's
My mind was
crazy.
blown. My
It's
mind
so
is
blown.
blown.
Still
Still,
now. I'm trying to think about it and trying to think it through, but my perspective keeps changing because if you read the book from Wit's perspective, it's completely different than if you read it from Isabel's perspective. By the way, then we meet the mom.
who I still have mixed feelings about because she did care about Inez.
I can't stand her, but I do have mixed feelings. But I'm like, but she saved Inez.
Right. She never wanted Inez to get hurt throughout any of this.
She did tell
That
her to
was
go
never the
home.
goal. I don't know.
I don't think anything she could have said. Now, like looking back when she told Inez to go home, I was like, there ain't no way she's going home now that you said that. I just want to let you know. But now looking
Right.
back at it, there's nothing she could have said. Nothing that would have made Inez go home.
No.
But her mom did also have Avita killed
Right. The fact that
by her father.
she never needed to. I still am devastated by that death. I just don't understand why they had to do that. My heart is just broken.
And you know what that means? The father killed her.
Yes. Both of the parents killed
So
her. It
he
was both of
knew.
their fault.
He knew who she was. In the beginning,
Yes.
when they took, I thought it was a mistake. He knew from the get go who she was and he murdered her in front of his daughter.
He's
Oh my
evil.
God.
Evil incarnate. That man is something else.
I think he was going mad at the end.
Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah, he was definitely
And he
going
was
mad.
sick. Something was wrong with him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Crazy.
But guess what? We don't know if he's dead. I mean, it was the end of the book. They did skip to like the future, so they never said what happened to with the mom. They said she was in house arrest for the rest of her life. Yeah, okay.
Right. House arrest.
Like she ain't gonna get out.
Right. Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
They didn't even have the ankle bracelets at that time. So it's like you how are you keeping her in the house?
Magic. I don't know. But let me tell you, I was pissed when Wit and Isabel got to the mom's house. And now that I think about it, obviously Isabel tipped off the mother somehow, some way. But when the mom had left the house and then they're going through all the magic items and Sterling shows up and he like takes
Hmm.
everything and like I was so pissed. Oh my God, I was so angry at that moment. I was like, where is this man coming from? But I knew it was the ring.
Right.
I don't know how she didn't know that. Why else would he give
Right.
you the ring
Right. He shouldn't have he would never have given the ring back.
unless there was a reason? Which,
Right.
but again, I guess that comes back to what Wit was saying. She was too trusting, but he should have even questioned that.
They did question it, but it was like he was just saying they just brushed it off as like I guess he just doesn't need it anymore because they found Cleopatra, so it's not important
Mm.
anymore.
I don't know. I would have been like, how did he
But that's
find
still
us?
sketchy
How did he find us? It must have been the ring.
because he's
Like,
a greedy person. So there's no good reason for him. Somebody that greedy would never just willingly give any little, even just a little ring. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not
yeah.
no.
But you know who else was greedy? The mom.
Yeah,
So
that
fucking
was what was
greedy.
driving her.
Like, you had a whole other life, a whole daughter. You was finding magic items yourself. Why did you want to open your own tradesman's gate? You had all that. You should have took your daughter and ran. That's what you should have done. Knowing that your other husband knows that you have another life and a daughter, and you instead stay so you can find all these things. You don't even need the money. You don't need the money. None of y'all need the money. Y'all are rich.
Beyond belief.
And I remember when Isabel had pointed the gun at Inez and she was like, "You're too trusting."
Hmm.
And I was
I knew
like,
that was gonna come into play somehow.
I was like, who is she telling you not to trust her?
Mm. That's exactly who she was talking about.
I think she knew. I think she knew about Wit. I think Isabel knew a lot more than she let on. And I think she was
Right.
very perceptive.
Very observant.
I think she's one of those people that she can like stand in a room and like you would forget she's there, but she will notice everyone and she will learn everything. She's so good at that. She's literally a fly on the wall.
And I don't know if you caught it, because he definitely made a point to tell her that he knew it was her. But when Wit had gone to the opium den and he felt like he was being stalked, that was Isabel. She was listening in on the conversation. She was the one that heard everything of what he said, made sure to drop the money down for him, the exact amount that was needed for the bill, and was out. And he was so confused. Like, he was like, how is somebody sneaking up on me? Like, it was driving him insane to think that somebody was able to do that. She is the queen of being the fly on the wall.
I think
Also, how the heck was she able to tip off her mom with the whistle and make it back to the hotel in time before they did?
think Wit said that. I think she actually grew up partially in Alexandria. And
Alexandria, yeah,
yeah, they had a house there and then they also had a house in London. So they would split the time between the two. So she grew up there.
still doesn't make sense that she got there so fast.
I think it has to do too because Wit and Inez when they got out, they stopped and they were talking.
No, yeah, this book was insane. So many things. And then Isabel tries to kill Inez again at the lighthouse
That was fucking wild. That was wild. She went crazy.
and then
She
ends up
lost it.
dying. Yeah, no, she was losing her, she lost all composure. She
Yeah,
kept saying, "Oh, I'm paying attention. I know what's going on. I'm not gonna lose She definitely lost composure. She was done. She was like, "You're not getting to my mom." She's like, she was even talking to Wit about like, "You and I are the same person. If we love someone, we'll do anything for them." And what she
I thought
meant
she
was
meant
killing Inez.
I thought she meant Inez, that she loved Inez. That's
No, she wasn't
crazy.
doing anything for Inez. She was doing this all for herself. She wanted the mom to herself, which is selfish. Why can't you have a sister? What's wrong with you?
Honestly, I would love to have Inez as a sister because you could see she's a ride or die. Literally.
And she's a troublemaker. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what? They're the perfect duo.
Mm-hmm. I
Like,
liked
it
them
kind
together a lot.
right. They were
Yeah.
literally what the other one needed.
But she was not having it.
Like, they could have been partners in crime.
It was such a missed opportunity. But I can say this, Isabel had killed many people. I think that was kind of like trying to show us that the way she grew up, I'm sure with her father, since he was so crooked, I'm sure he raised her in that image.
Right.
And then the greed from both parents.
Right.
Uh, Inez is lucky in the sense that I know this is gonna suck for her, but it's lucky that she didn't grow up with her parents
She would have been a
because
completely different person.
mhm, she was able to maintain her innocence with her aunt. And it gave her a sense of naivety, but I feel like that also saved her a lot of times because had had she been too perceptive when she realized, Isabel was not good, or had she realized that the whole thing was a game, she would have lost immediately because they would have just killed her.
I was gonna say the library asked all of that magical. Fantastic. I wanted to be on that adventure. I wanted to be down there. I wanted to discover that. Like, I wouldn't call myself a history buff or anything like that, but I have always loved learning things about history and world history and things like that, and anything Egyptian always caught my eye. And the fact that they had underground canals and hid a library underground. I want to hide my library underground. Like, what do you mean? I want to be able to take a rowboat to my library. Like, that's
Hmm.
insane.
That is so
And all
insane.
the little clues that they had to find,
And it's always
just
Inez who put it
magical.
together.
Well, Inez and Wit, they both kept like coming up with things at the same time, like, oh, and then would say things at the same time. It was like, that's so cute. Y'all are so cute. Oh my God. They were
Bro,
definitely meant to be.
I was
I,
pissed.
uh,
I was pissed specifically at the part where after he had gotten shot and she saved him with magic and then they slept together and I was like, he still like lied to you. And he'll do it again. He said it. He said, I'll do it again.
he said he would save his sister over again. Listen.
Look,
Don't
I'm
look at
just
me like
saying,
that.
it's not you. That's for Wit. He deserves it. I was so mad.
Oh
But I can't say anything
God.
either because I feel like if I was in that situation, I probably would have forgave him too. But reading
Like,
it
what if
from the
my
outside,
dad what if my dad was trying to marry me off to some 80-year-old? Wouldn't you do anything you could possibly do? Wouldn't you
I
scheme?
absolutely would, but I would not lie to the man that I was with. You're right. I would. And I wouldn't then try to like win them back. I'd be like, nah, I'm lost. Like, I did this for the money.
Bros before hoes.
Gotta go. But I wouldn't sit there and try to be around them like and then try to convince them that I don't know, bro. I just didn't like how he was, period. He was so emotionally off-putting, like, I
He
don't
was
know.
so in love with her.
As he should have been.
Right.
As he should. She was a lovable person. She was I love Inez. I love Inez
He
so
kept talking about
much.
her curves and her dresses and stuff. I'm like, yeah, she's Spanish, baby. What you know about that?
I'm over here like, close your eyes. You don't even like her.
I was like, no, he knows she fine.
Because she is. We know that. That was well established. We know.
Like, even just her hair was getting him going. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm. They always love the spicy Latinas.
yep.
They sure do.
I mean, how do you
Um,
not?
that she was like yelling at him, and he's like every
Oh.
time.
Yell at me some more. Inez's slow ass had the medicine bottles the
I was,
whole time.
I
This
was
guy
just,
is he's literally dying.
I was just about to say that.
She did all that mess to hide the little medicine bottles. So they had the little magical ink bottles.
And she hit him from her.
She was like she's tucking them in everywhere, making sure she had them. Completely forgot about them when she actually needed them. She's such
Oh,
a disaster, that girl. I love her. Imagine he would have died and then she would have found the magical bottles.
oh my gosh, bro. That's so funny.
Devastation. She's already traumatized. Oh my god. There was no picture of Elvira's face, but I keep thinking back on it because I was just devastated. Because I'm like, even if she had the magical ink bottles, then there was no saving Elvira.
The library. That was wild. And then Wit snuck in with the group,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're walking down the stairs, and then they're like boom, 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 and they're shooting out.
Right. And who brings dynamite? What are you doing?
I'm
What are
saying,
you doing? The guns
why?
alone were a dangerous aspect, but dynamite,
Why did you ruin a perfectly nice place?
y'all
Like,
are
what's wrong with you?
y'all are underground.
Y'all are messy.
That.
Because not only are they shooting at each other, but now Inez's papi is about to shoot her. And her mom is with her other man. Inez's father says, hey, my daughter killed your daughter. Haha, but she's not my daughter. No, she's my daughter. I'm gonna kill her. Inez's mom's boyfriend, he then is like, I'm gonna kill you, Inez.
She
There was no
didn't kill
listening.
her. She got destroyed by her own madness. That was
Right. But you can't
all
explain that
Isabel's
to a
fault.
parent.
Anything self-defense. Sorry.
And then the mom kills her boyfriend.
The
And then
most unforgivable character is definitely the dad.
I agree. But I do have to say, could you imagine if your partner had a whole other family?
That is not a reason to start
I agree.
murdering innocent people.
I agree. That doesn't change. Could you imagine that though?
But also, he was definitely, the way they explained it, he was obsessed with his work. He was obsessed with everything he was doing.
I don't
She had every
disagree.
reason. Obviously, I will never condone cheating, but she had every reason to want to not be with this man anymore because he is just in his own world, not
There was
giving her any attention
divorce.
anymore.
There was divorce back then. They said it. Inez could have divorced Wit.
But they couldn't have done that because they were still trying to keep their lives, their Egyptian lives, separate from what was going on in Argentina. So if they would have divorced, Inez would have been so confused as to why. How do you explain that to her? How do you explain that to anybody back home?
How do you explain everything else they did? They didn't. They didn't have to. They should have just divorced. I'm not disagreeing with you. He was an unforgivable character. I do not forgive him. But I'm just saying, I don't know how I would react if somebody did that shit to me. For how many years?
I'm
Yeah,
sure they
Inez is
didn't have the
19.
kid on purpose, though. Don't even do all that.
That's
It's
not the
not like she's
point.
like,
That's
oh,
not the point. She could have got divorced after. She was pregnant and he didn't know. I mean, yes, that's his fault. I'm not gonna front.
right.
But
Wait.
she was pregnant.
Okay, I didn't even think about that. Wait a second. When
She
did
had
she
a
have this baby?
That's what I'm saying. But she did say, remember, they said when Inez was younger, they would stay for longer periods of time. Because Inez was a baby, she's not going to remember it. That's what her diary said.
Okay,
So they stood
but
for like a year.
where was the mom separate from the dad for 9 whole, max 6 whole months? Where was she for 6 months?
That's what I'm saying.
Because like the first 3 months you might not be showing. We could give her that. You know what I'm saying? But the other 6 months, you didn't notice. We didn't see the belly.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
understand. That
saying.
lady's crazy.
She
Unless
was
she could have
wild.
had a magic touch item. Who knows?
But you
Imagine
know
she used a
what?
little handkerchief. The
That would be so funny. She did say that she would tell him that she's gonna go hang out with her friends in other places. So I don't know if she went to London, if he knew she was going to London. I mean, she maybe would have
No,
said
he
somewhere
didn't know where
else,
she. I'm highly doubt he knew or cared where she was going.
but she did say she would leave, and she would. I'm pretty sure she told him too. Like she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go visit my friends, my friends, my friends." Like that's what she talked about was her friends, but she never said who. And if I was him, I would have been like, "Who's your friend?"
Also, I don't think they ever loved each other to begin with. Let's also start there. Inez's parents, they did
Yeah.
mention how much older Inez's dad was than her mom. It was definitely
Mhm.
an arranged marriage because that's how they do things with people who have money.
Right.
And he was so fine with being so neglectful. What a wild ride.
They should make that into a TV show. It does
I'd
not
watch it.
deserve to be a movie. Do not make that. Never
No,
make
we
that shit
need,
a movie. It needs to be longer. I need
no,
all the details. Don't
I
skip
need
things. Every detail.
immenses.
It needs to be a TV show every episode. And it's all interesting because I want to say there was not one point in this book that was boring.
Nothing. You're always
Also,
wondering what's happening next.
also, her aunt coming over was
No,
hysterical. She
no.
was so funny.
Amaranta. Amaranta.
Es un puta.
This was saucy. She was pissed and she made sure everybody knew about it. she, oh my God,
I
what?
don't
She was a
blame her,
character.
but they said she was like that since before.
No, she's always been that way. The only person she was nice to was Elvira, who just died on her. So now she has a reason to be the way that she is. You got my sister killed.
I do have to say, the way everything tied together was beautiful.
A masterpiece. It's like the first book was great, fantastic. Didn't know it was going to get better.
Usually, when they make two books, the second book is not as good as the first.
Hey, like they're just doing things to make things happen. No, everything from the beginning had a purpose. Everything they brought the first book into the second book. The first book was the
Everything.
second book.
It was crazy.
If there was an author that I actually wanted to meet, like I thought it was Sarah J. Maas. I thought it was.
Nah, it's her. I agree. I would love to meet her.
I love you, Sarah, but I want to meet Isabel so bad. If there is ever a meet and greet that I can go to meet this woman, I'm there. I'm there in a heartbeat, and I'm getting my books signed.
Me too. I'm so.
Like sign my face, sign my face. I love her.
And with that being said, you guys, read the book.
Read it.
Read
If you
it.
didn't already read it, tell someone else to read it. Tell everybody to read it.
Everybody needs
If
to
you
read it.
know anybody that has contacts with Netflix or HBO Max, tell them to turn this into a damn show. I need I need more.
Anyways, guys, this has been so fun. We hope you guys read the book and we hope you guys come along with us on our next journey. We don't know what book it is, so keep an eye on our socials. We will be announcing that off of TikTok and Instagram coming up soon. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.